Dreadnoughts and the Jags on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Dreadnoughts of Columbus. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last weekend, they pulled one out in a very low-scoring affair. It was all about their defense.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 8 catches, 117 yards. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Here's 3rd and 3. On play action, Haskins. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdowns.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
On 2nd down now, Meredith. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's White. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st down, Meredith. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now White. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches for an even 100 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's White. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's White. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dreadnoughts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Now Haskins on 1st down. A quick throw there is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Now Haskins to throw it. And incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Meredith. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now White. And incomplete on the deep ball. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. White. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 3. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action with Haskins. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now it's Haskins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 up. That's to the sideline and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now a 2nd and 10. Going right back to Akers. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Play action. Here's White. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And they able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Meredith. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, White. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
White's throw is taken in by Waddle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
4th down, here's White. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. White looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Well, the offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season. And given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage that you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. White.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Third down. White. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
73 yards.
And the Dreadnoughts are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Wide open receiver complete.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Haskins to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes The quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees, because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now White with a first down throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Sims. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Throwing on first down, White. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
There's the stiff arm. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Again, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL. Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt you.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dreadnoughts will extend their lead here just before halftime. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Justin Herbert, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, partner, it certainly appears that the fears of the coaching staff came to the front on that one. They were worried all week about the lack of concentration in practice and a lot of drop balls, and we just saw another one there right here in the game.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2nd down, it's White. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Defense is asleep.
Now White. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Dreadnoughts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdowns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Looking deep here from Mooney.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They win zoom passing. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Haskins will throw. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
Here's White.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Meredith. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Meredith, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now White.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. Meredith. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Off play action. Here's White. Complete here. It's high. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. first down. Meredith. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
Out of the gun, it's White.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Right back to him on first down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1.
They'll try to run this one in. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time, and they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
That one a first down pickup of 8. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Columbus. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Haskins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. White. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. White. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
White now on first down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2.
To throw, White. That's caught by Meredith, right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff take... White off play action.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. White looks to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Dreadnoughts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
This taken in right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Haskins to throw it.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Now it's Haskins.
3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now it's Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That's caught inside the 20.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. On second down, Meredith, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Third down and 6. From the gun, here's White. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on fourth down, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, the team...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. White. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Operating from the gun. White. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
His throw incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here's Haskins to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Haskins, he's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now like, congratulations. But why isn't it me?
Well, so far, it's been all about him. On 2nd down now, Meredith. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Now White.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Meredith. And he gets it down to the 32.
82 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Columbus,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.